How's it going, everybody? Let's weigh some more packs just to confirm, hopefully. What we found in the last video is that weighing these packs doesn't really matter. So that would be great if that's fixed and into the Inklands. Let's just get into it. I got 24 blister packs or sleeved booster packs, and then one more of these Lumineers Troves. So 32 packs total. And we'll weigh them up, see if there's any difference between the cardboard here, but mostly just looking for the pack weights. All right, let's get to it. All right, well, depending on how you look at it, we keep getting either unlucky or lucky because in this small sample of packs, we have one random standout heavy pack. Again, what we saw last time was that didn't matter. However, there is significantly less variation on this group of packs than the last ones we opened up, as far as the weight of the actual like cardboard sleeve. And I did save the one that came out of the heavy pack just in case there was some difference with it that we could spot, in case it's not an Enchanted or whatever, like, you know, how much glue is up there, blah blah blah. Doubt we'll find anything. I am worried though that one's going to be an Enchanted, so again, I'm not going to be mad if I get an Enchanted, but it is going to suck for, you know, normalizing card weights and making sure that there are no Enchanteds. But let's just start riffing. This is what we're going to start with, this Trove. So we'll start here from the bottom and just go up. Again, some packs there that are heavier than others. You know, there's 0.14 difference there between pack weight, between the lightest and the heaviest pack in the Trove. But again, I don't think 0.14 is significant enough to mean anything. Last time with Floodborn, what we saw was a difference of, you know, 2 or 3 full tenths of a gram, and that was the Enchanted we pulled there. Well, there we go. First pack in, pull a legendary. Nice, lucky dime, and just a common foil. So we will, that was a 25.77, this one's a 25.72. Again, I don't expect anything to stand out here, but that does not mean we can't pull an Enchanted, because we did it last time out of a pack that weighed no more or less than others. So I hope that holds true this time around. But again, this is all in fun, and just keep in mind, you know, I am opening a very, very small sample. In order to really do a good sample of this, somebody should open like 1,000 packs or something, or just keep a running tally of everybody doing this. But you can't really do that because I'm using a very non-scientific instrument here with my little kitchen scale. See if I can get the light a little better for these cards. This one is going to be our 5th pack. So we're at 25.73. Again, very consistent. Very consistent this go around on the pack weights. And they are the square cut code cards. So I kind of thought maybe that would make a difference, but no luck. So far, everything was very consistent. So I am happy that you know, I posted that weighing video today, actually, as I'm recording this, and, you know, my wife and I went up to Target for just some groceries and stuff, and just, you know, every time I walk in there is Lorcana. So it doesn't seem like it's difficult to find. It seems like they have figured out the supply issue, and we are not going to have to worry about, you know, people buying it off the shelves and stuff like that. I didn't have to feel guilty, you know, picking up a Trove when there was quite a few left on the shelf, and picking up, you know, half a rack of sleeve boosters. Got a foil legendary there with a foil Kita. Nice. Go ahead and sleeve that up. I think we already pulled that though, right? So that'll be a duplicate. This one is 2580, so that was the one we just opened was the lightest in the Trove, and this one is the heaviest in the Trove. So we're starting with a super rare, so that means we'll get at least a super rare better, and it is, and just a Skippy common foil. So last pack of the Trove, 2579 on this one. About halfway through the sleeve boosters is where we're going to hit that possible heavy pack, or possible enchanted rather. So let's start here. Again, we're going to just start at the bottom and work our way up. This is what we're working towards. You can see it is full 0.2 of a gram heavier than, you know, some of these other packs. So I would definitely consider it, I would definitely consider it a heavy pack. And the unfortunate thing is that was able to be weighed in the cardboard as well. Like I said, this batch of packs seems a lot more consistent in weight than the last ones we did. There are a lot of Pokemon YouTubers who, well, they're YouTubers, but also like stores. Oh, look at that. These have the round corners. Hey, that might be why they're more consistent. Like I said in the last video, everything we opened had the square cut corners, and the weights were all over the place. And these have the rounded corners, and therefore, I assume, are a lot more consistent in weight. So we might have just found something there. So let's keep that in mind as we go through here. If this is an Enchanted in that heavy pack, you know, we'll just need to see moving forward whether the square cut code cards or rule cards or whatever you want to call them are the norm, or are they the exception? Like, are these early and then they change them to combat pack weighing or something like that? Actually, hold on. Just want to see something really quick. We've got 2 packs in a row of the same layout. Not as far as the uncommons goes, but that's always fun to see. Just noticed it as I laid it down. Coming off the card machine or the press the same way. I did notice, man, and I don't think I saved any of the trash from the last video. I did notice that the date on the cards looks to be December 4th, 2023. And I could not tell, based on the box here, what that meant as far as date. So if anybody knows, please let me know. You know, they're both copyright 2024, but does 3183, what date does that translate to on what I assume is card machine X2, you know? So what date would that have been printed? Maybe we can figure out which ones were earlier or later for the code cards that way. That would be kind of neat to pull an Enchanted out of here. And if it is an Enchanted, and I can kind of manifest something here, while I would love it to be, you know, the Ursula, which is the most expensive in the set, I kind of wouldn't mind it being either way, the Peter Pan, the one with the like misprint on it. It had like a bracket in there instead. So if we if we don't get the one with the bracket, then we can, I think, safely assume that the ones with the rounded corners are, you know, what they're supposed to be, in which case that's kind of moving backwards as far as pack weights go. But again, you know, they're not trying to combat weighing packs. That's just a, it's just a thing weirdos like me and everybody online do. So I would think from their standpoint, they probably want the cards to come out like this, you know, everything consistent, everything rounded off. But everything I have been pulling mostly are the square cut rule cards. So if it is, and anybody from Ravensburger is watching, they're not, but if they are, I think you can, you know, still get people the information and combat pack weighing without those rounded corners on the rule cards. And not that, you know, it ruins the game. You know, people still are opening tons of this product and having a good time playing and everything like that. I watched a pretty cool video from some game store. I apologize, I can't remember the name, last night, of like, so far in 2024, all of the tickets they've sold for all of their, you know, events in store. And Lorcana was like their number 3 behind Magic and Pokemon. So that's pretty cool. Means the game is healthy, right? So, or maybe it was number 4 and number 3 was One Piece, but one or the other. Either way, it is immediately jumped up ahead of, you know, some long-standing games in the community as a pretty popular game, which bodes well for its health. So we are not doing too hot on legendaries right now. So Heart of Atlantis, Magic of Dispel, and then Cusco's Palace Foil. Hopefully we will continue to pick up some cards for the master set. All right, so here's our heavy pack. So it is 35.62 grams in the sleeve booster and 25.92 grams, which is a full 0.2 of a gram heavier than most of the other cards there. And can't really tell from the side whether we got anything, but let's just do the slow roll thing just in case. Again, I don't want to not get an Enchanted, but if we don't, then that's still encouraging that, you know, no, the heavy pack didn't necessarily mean Enchanted. So we got our 3 uncommons. Got our first rare, Maui's Palace of Exile. Got another legendary, and we did get an Enchanted. So, boo and yay. Again, my string of pulling the least valuable Enchanted cards continues. But with 18 of them, what are you going to do? That was a good pack, though. We got a legendary and an Enchanted in it. Just the only downside is, with these rounded corner code cards, it does seem like they even the pack weights out a lot, and heavy cards can be, or heavy packs can be found to contain Enchanteds pretty reliably. So again, cool, but also a bummer. It is what it is. So just to show you those weights again, you know, that stands out amongst everything else, right? Even in the sleeve. So, you know, whatever. What can you do? Let's just get these back in their normal order, because that's how I stacked them over here. And I think that means that all of these over here are probably pretty reliably not going to have Enchanteds in them. But let's confirm that, and then also see what legendaries we can pull. Because we are due a few in this pack, or in this set. We got 2 legendaries and a foil legendary, so I would actually expect, what, 2 more at least? 2 more regular legendaries, not foil legendaries. Those are always nice little extra bonuses. I am liking my my luck so far, just grabbing packs off the shelf and finding Enchanteds, though. This is kind of what I mean by, there's our next Enchanted, a Perdita. That's kind of what I mean by, I like the, oh, and then another foil Enchanted with Hydra. Nice. That's kind of what I mean by liking the sleeved boosters as opposed to buying booster boxes, because I really do believe that the booster boxes are mostly reliably seeded at 1 Enchanted per case. I don't know how it works at the factory, but I know that most, if not all, other TCGs say, you know, oh, we don't seed packs, or we don't seed booster boxes, it's all random. And yet, out of the booster boxes, you can reliably count most of the time, I understand that there are exceptions to every rule, but most of the time with, you know, a set number of legendaries, a set number of super rares, a set number, blah, 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 you know. So there are different things, it seems, done at the factory when the packs are going into booster boxes as opposed to going into these individual packs. And you know, just logically that has to be true, right? Because when we opened our case with the last set, you know, we got exactly like a play set or more of everything, like to the quantity, right? Like 4 of all of the cards or something like that. So, you know, it's just got to be designed that way. Dang, another foil legendary Hydra. So cool to get so many foil legendaries, but doubling up here. But again, that's kind of what I mean, right? So you just, these are a true surprise, you know. In my opening of sleeve boosters, I've pulled now 4 legendaries, or 4 enchanteds. In all of my booster boxes, I've pulled 2. And in Rise of the Floodborn, set 2, no, we did. We pulled 1. So I've pulled 1, 2, 3 out of those. So 3. Another legendary Lucky Dime duplicate again. So how many booster boxes? Let's see if I can just count all the empty boxes over here by me. We opened obviously a full case of Floodborn, plus I think some extra boxes. Maybe 6 boxes or more of the first chapter, and 3 of Into the Inklands so far. So 1 out of 3 boxes of Into the Inkland had a Enchanted. 1 out of like 6 or something like that of Floodborn. Oh, I bent it. Just a comment though. So yeah, I like my odds with these sleeve boosters a lot more. It is, I will tell you, quite annoying to check out at Target with like 40 of those things in your little cart, but it is what it is. Triple rare pack, doubling up on the John Silver with the foil. So, quick, easy opening, but yeah, we got 1, 2, 3 foil legendaries. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 legendaries, did double up. But we got our expected 4. And then we did get the RLS Legacy Enchanted out of what was very obviously in our data a heavy pack. So one step forward, two steps back kind of situation. You know, that one was an Enchanted, and to me, very obviously was going to be, you know, it was so much heavier. And again, if you weigh the Enchanted compared to other cards, it's going to be about 0.2 of a gram heavier. So I'll just read that off here. Yeah, so that's like right at 2 grams, 2.01 grams. And then let's see, one of these legendaries, 1.82 grams. So yeah, just the the foiling process of this seems to make it about 0.2 of a gram heavier than any other card. So how can they combat that? They can do a couple things pretty reliably. Pokemon does it. They can just introduce other rarities and have them be included at more frequent pull rates. So say there's a rarity below this one, like a full art or whatever, you know, like instead of just an alternate art card, have it be like a full art that is in one of every 6 packs, or have it be a, I don't know, different foil process in one every 4 packs, you know, stuff like that. And if they do that, then the pack weights are going to vary so wildly, and the card weights are going to vary so wildly that you're not going to be able to tell which ones are the alt arts, which ones are the other rarities, blah, blah, blah. That's just where I think they might go with it, if this ends up being a problem. Again, it's just weirdos like me who are on Reddit and, you know, see the talk about it, who even think this is an issue. But I do believe it's an issue, and you can always strive to be better for the game, and that is one way they can make it better for collectors as opposed to just players. But thanks for tagging along with me, guys. Sorry that this is in direct contrast to the last weighing video we did as far as the results here, but I do think that might be because of these round edge code cards or rule cards or whatever you want to call them. I think that just makes them so consistent as far as weight that the heavy Enchanted can be found, whereas these, with their rough edges, and you can kind of see like tags and hanger-ons, you know, just leftover paper stuck on there. And I know that that seems silly, but it obviously makes a difference. I don't know. Does it though? We have a scale here. Let's just check it. So that's 1.44. Yeah, 1.44 grams. And this one is 1.49 grams. So 1.50. 1.50. Yeah, so there's some difference there. Doesn't necessarily mean anything or mean that that's what it is, but we weighed a lot of packs last time and found that they varied wildly, and every one of them had these types of rule cards in them. And then this go around, these did not vary near as much, except with the one that had an Enchanted in it. So who knows? We'll see where they go moving forward with it. They change the pack ends every time so far, so I imagine that'll continue to happen. All right, thanks again, everybody. We will, I'm sure, be buying some more product or opening some more, showing some trades, stuff like that. But hey, 3 Enchanted so far in our opening, and pretty happy with that. Let's try to find some more in the future and finish out that set, get the master set video out. Have a good one, and thanks for watching.